fly away.
Coach, two games upcoming against Uganda and South Sudan. If maybe you can tell us what kind of games are you anticipating?
What
kind of games are you anticipating? What are you expecting from those two games?
Those two games are, sure, very important. We can qualify already in Uganda if we win. But if we don't, then we have to do it against South Sudan. So they are very important, and I think it's also important for me that I can count on nearly always the same players, because everyone knows how we work, everyone knows what we ask in a game from them, so there is no adaptation. You create also a friendship between players when you have always nearly the same players. So now we have a new one with Seche, but okay, Ricardo is injured, so we had to choose another one, and I think he deserves it to be there because he make fantastic performances with Stellenbosch. So and I'm sure that he will adapt very quickly on this group. So again, we will try to win already the first game in Uganda, so that we come back already with the qualification here, and that we have a relaxed game against South Sudan.
Coach, maybe if you could tell us what is the situation with Percy Tau? Is it still the same as the last time?
Percy Tau don't play anymore for the moment. He's always on the bench. So what I said already 2 months ago, the environment for him in Al Ali is not positive. Certain moment I wanted to sell him, then he wasn't sold, and then you have the critics on social media from South Africans who were not happy with his performances. So I don't think that it's now the right moment for Percy to come with Bafana Bafana. But that doesn't mean that he will never come again. So I really hope that he can change club, that he can be in a more positive environment, that he can make the performances again that we can expect from him. And then he will be again a very important player for Bafana Bafana.
Coach, looking at the squad, how positive are you that they can perform without Temba as well?
How positive?
How positive are you that the current squad can?
I've always had big confidence in my team, and the last 2 years I think the performances are there because the confidence is there between coach and players. So I know that those guys are hungry. I know that those guys want to be again in AFCON in Morocco next year. So they will do everything. And I know also the qualities of our group, of our team. So that means if we can have a good combination of that, of the right mentality that we always showed in the games before, and our qualities, then we have to qualify. That is for sure, and I'm confident we are going to qualify.
Coach, can you elaborate a little bit more on obviously finally getting that opportunity to meet with PSL coaches, even though I know you would have wanted it in a group setting, but it was sort of on a one-on-one basis?
Yeah, first thing that for me was amazing is that in all the meetings I've had now with the coaches, that they were happy to see me, and that they were happy that we could talk about football between us without any other people around us. Secondly, that they were not aware of the situation, why it took so long before I could speak to them. So we started now to do it, and okay, Sundowns, Pirates, Chiefs, it's all in Joburg, so it's easy. So there are still teams in Durban, there are still teams in Stellenbosch. So I hope that now for the future that I can meet all the coaches together at one moment, and not have to go again to Stellenbosch, to go first with Stellenbosch and then to Cape Town and then to Cape Town Spurs, and then no, just come together. Durban, same thing. You have Richards Bay, you have Amazulu, you have Golden Arrows. So please, let us try to come together with 16 and discuss and talk about football. Just ask me questions if you have to ask me questions like they did now. But I have had also questions to them. So I hope that I can succeed now after New Year. When, I don't know, we will see. To have one day, a meeting day with all the coaches. And I think it will be very important for South African football also.
Do you get the sense that they understand what you are trying to do? I know you've been here almost 4 years now, but in that time, do they get the sense that...
For all the coaches that I met till now, every coach started with, "Coach, we have respect for the work you did here the last 2 years." And that in the beginning they had great eyes to see what is he doing, but we understand, and I think what you did is a great job. So that means that they know, and you see it, and it's not maybe only because of me, but if you see how many young players are playing now in PSL, that is a big difference when I compare that when I came here. When I saw to the lines up of the teams at that moment, and then I looked at the age of the players, you didn't find players of 21, 22, 23 years old. You didn't find them. Now you find them everywhere, even in the big clubs. Pirates, with Mafokeng, with what's his name, not go now for the moment. 20 years. That was not possible 3 years ago. So there is a positive evolution in South African football, but there are still some other things to change. And the only thing who can change that is, first of all, the coaches. And then, when the coaches want to change, when the coaches want that South African football is progressing, automatically you will have the league with you, because the league are the clubs.
Coach, the return of Makgopa is on form. I think he scored already 6 goals. How crucial is it for him to return at such a stage?
You know, I'm full confidence in Makgopa since the beginning he was here, because he's a player for me who has potential. I think he had a little bit, so he needed a little bit time to convince his coach in Pirates. But yes, when Makgopa plays, you know that he's not only a striker, but he's also useful for the team. And I took him with the team to AFCON, and yeah, I think 80% of the South Africans were asking themselves, what is he going to do in AFCON? And you saw what he did. So when you can give him confidence, and you have a good striker. So that's the reason why Makgopa is again with us. Also because Lyle Foster is injured. So we needed another striker. So I'm confident with him, and I'm sure he will not disappoint me.
Coach, you mentioned the concern with the amount of goals conceded. It looks like now you might also have to change the defense a little bit, with obviously Grant not around and Mvala coming back, Sesane not there, and that kind of stuff. Is that something that you are going to focus on working on to secure those 6 points?
Yeah, it's for sure that we have to look after those number of goals we got against us. We got 3 against Algeria. We got 2 against South Sudan. Yes, every time we got too much goals. And yeah, it was already a little bit better. Even it was tough, but it was already a little bit better with against Congo, because we talked about it. And we have also looked at the fact that I had to change a lot in this this defense because of injuries. And Mvala was long-time injury. Last time Ngezana was injured. So yeah, and that is not good for the automatism of the defense. So we had a very good defense in AFCON, highest level, and then it started to go down because of injuries. So I hope now, certainly with We have Mbule back, who is a very important player for us in defense, so that we will be a little bit stronger also. And it's not only defense. When you receive goals, it's not only defense. It's the whole team. It's the whole team. So I hope that we can have that strength again in our defensive way of playing, because we will need it in the game against Uganda, certainly.
Coach, still speaking about defense, how easy or difficult was it to leave out Grant? Kekana?
Yeah, that's a choice, huh? I have to leave him out because it's a choice of my side. If I take Mbule, okay. Did I have to put out Engezana? Did I have to put out Dudley? Did I have to put out Sibizi? It's difficult. It's difficult, and as a coach, that's your job. You have to take choices. You have to make choices. You have to take decisions, and they are not always nice. Not even for me. Also for the player, but not even for me. So this is just a choice that I made, and I hope it was the right choice.
Coach, with Themba Zwane now injured, and previously you've alluded that you need, or you are searching for a player that's gonna fill in his big shoes. Would Mbule be a player that you'd also look at, because he has those qualities and is very creative?
Mbule was on the preliminary list, so he's doing well for the moment for Sekekuna. But I'm not the guy who, after one good game or two good games, that I will say, okay, this one comes to Bafana. So it's up to him to confirm in the next games, and then maybe we can look at him and say, okay, now it's the right time, because he's a good player. He was with us in the beginning, but yes, after that his performances went down. When I saw how he was on the pitch, there were some kilos too much also, I think, at that moment. So let's hope for him that he understands that it's not enough only to have talent. You have to also be able to show your talent. And yeah, little by little he's doing it now in Sekekuna. So let's hope that he confirms in the next weeks and months.
Coach, how do you get the best out of Patrick Maswanganyi? Some may say that in the Bafana shirts he hasn't, given performances that are good.
I don't think Patrick did have already a good opportunity. He was always coming in the game, and it was not so easy to come in the game in Congo, because we suffered in that game. And then it's not easy for a player who plays his first minutes with Bafana Bafana immediately to have an important role. So for him, it's also a little bit to adapt on our way of playing, on what I'm asking from him on that position. So, okay, we will see in the next games, and we will evaluate. But I'm still believing that he has the potential to replace Themba. He didn't show it for the moment in Bafana Bafana, but okay, we will see. Have a little bit patient, and maybe in a few months we have to say no, or maybe yes. We will see.
Okay, guys. Thanks, Coach.